This is just a range of different bars we use for different jobs in London, for internal walls, 4-inch walls, 9, 14 or 18-inch walls. This is the one we're going to be using today, the 14-inch bar, and we're going to be cutting from both sides of the pier because the pier's 31 inches thick. That goes onto the chainsaw. Because they're all different size bars, on the 14-inch bar you've got 59 links, so you count up to the 59th link, take that link out and then join them together with a new link. We're doing it in 5 sections. So the first section we cut right through the middle of the pier, which is cut to about 16 inches. We cut through the actual mortar joint, which we determine whether by the builder to point a course out for us or the lowest course to the floor. You can see how wet that is, and you can make like a snowball out of it. It's absolutely soaking. You can see daylight through there now if you can get it. Okay,
yeah. 16-inch wide through the middle of the column. Now we're going to cut a bit of steel that size with a dry pack bed on it, push it through and pin it up with slate, leaving 2-inch laps either side to lap over with next quadrants rather, sorry.
All we're going to do is put it in the wall dry, which means without putting any dry pack or anything on it at the moment, just to make sure it goes through okay, in case we have to widen the cut. That's it, it's coming out the other side. Yep. Right. As we slide in the steel in, we're dry packing it up, keep pushing it in as best we can. Then we've got some timber wedges that we bang in to try and make the dry pack even tighter. Once that's in and we've got it, we're happy where it's set up, we'll put more dry pack in from both sides, obviously still leaving the 50mm laps. That's perfect. Then now we'll pin this up with slate from both sides, long wedges in there to take the weight, and we'll possibly get 3 wedges from both sides all the way down there. Which is now obviously is compacting the dry pack even more together. Each time you put a plate in, then you pin that up, and the slate will take the weight of the columns, and then obviously the dry pack will go off in time, but the slate still stays in there. Once we've got all that wedged up, and then we'll go to quadrant truce, cut the corner out just over 3/4 of the way. That's halfway of the pier, but we cut up to about there, 3/4 of the way of the pier. Right. So that way, we'll have our lap there, and we can have all this corner pinned up. which will in effect, we'll do the same process, but on the underside of this steel we put in, we'll paint a joint. So when it goes in, it will stick to that with dry pack on it, and then we'll put slates all the way around, leaving a 50mm lap for the other one. For the next one to go in, yeah. And then we'll pin that up through slate, going for all different angles, so the lap is wedged up tight, and then we'll leave another 50mm lap for the last corner to go in, which will be painted underneath for the next sheet on two sides. That's right, and push it in there and squish it down. 4 or 5 inches there. So we'll dry pack that in a bit more now, then we'll pin it up with a slate and just flush it up once we've finished, and trim the rest of the steel back, so we've got about 1/4 inch, ½ inch going. We'll leave that to go off for the day, and then the following day we'll come back and we'll cut quadrant 4 and 5. We paint the underside of the 2 laps, and then dry packing in, wedging the dry pack in, and then wedging slates all the way through, and that's the column finished.